Hi, friends. I think it's no secret that school life is not an easy thing. It doesn't matter where you go to school, be it the USA, Europe, or Russia. The harsh laws of survival for teenagers are the same everywhere. Unfortunately, I am sure that many of you know from personal experience what bullying is. But it's unlikely that any of your stories have ended like the one from this boy from Louisiana. It just so happened that Dakota Nelton was in love with the girl, but he didn't dare confess his feelings for her. Each time he was about to do it, the feeling of insecurity took over him. This had been going on for several years. He was watching his crush and dreaming that sooner or later he would be able to tell the girl about his feelings. Time passed, and as he grew older, the guy decided that he needed to do something about it, especially since a suitable occasion, the school dance, was coming up. Thus, the teenager started preparing for this evening several days in advance, carefully choosing a suit and thinking through every word he would later say to her. All that there was left to do was actually invite the girl of his dreams to the dance. Thus, plucking up his courage, he approached his classmate in the hallway and tried to invite her to the dance. It's hard to imagine how much courage it took for him to do it. But as it turned out later, all of his efforts were in vain. Moreover, it was the biggest humiliation in his life. The thing was that the girl didn't just rudely refuse to be his date, but even more so, she laughed him down in front of everyone. What? Go to the dance with you? No chance. I'm way out of your league. The teenage girl answered mockingly, after which she simply turned away and left with another guy. I think you can all imagine the scene with a bunch of school kids laughing mockingly at the unfortunate Casanova. At this moment, the guy just wanted to disappear off the face of the earth. Instead, he had to endure the ridicule of the other school kids, so Nelton had no choice but to get out of there in disgrace. To say that this situation was unpleasant would be the understatement of the year. But the worst part was that this incident could traumatize the boy for life, because it's no secret to anyone that all the complexes and fears take root in childhood. But friends, the guy's troubles did not end there. It was just the beginning. It took Nelton a couple of days to recover from the incident, and when he finally thought it was all behind him, it turned out that someone had recorded his humiliation on camera and, of course, posted it on Facebook. Unfortunately for Nelton, the video went viral. People from all over the US got to watch Dakota be ridiculed for trying to profess his feelings. The poor guy did not even want to go to school for several days, choosing to hide out at home, but there was still no way out. He knew perfectly well that sooner or later he would have to go back to school, where everyone was just waiting to make fun of him. However, as it turned out later, he couldn't have been more wrong. There was no way he could have guessed what would happen soon and how it would change his life. That morning, Dakota was in a bad mood. He was so agitated that he couldn't even sleep the night before going to school. He made his way to school with his head down, ashamed to meet the eyes of other students, not even suspecting that he was about to become a part of a truly memorable scene. The guy was walking down the school hallway when he was stopped by a group of girls, each of whom had a poster in their hands with the inscription, "Will you come to the dance with me?" And there were 13 of them. Of course, at first, he thought that they decided to prank him again. But as it turned out, these girls were simply being kind. They decided to go against the system in which the outsider was always alone, choosing to support the young man who was brave enough to express his feelings. To say that Nelton was shocked is to say nothing. He just smiled and showed restraint, like a real man. In the end, he shared a dance with each of the kind young women. Dakota felt as if he had won $1 million, while the beautiful girl supported him in every possible way and even complimented him, improving his self-esteem. Thus, he ended up being the most popular guy at the dance. As for the rude girl who humiliated him, things played out against her. Many of the students decided to stop being friends with her, calling her a disrespectful, selfish snob. The guy himself added that you should never despair, even if your feelings get rejected. After all, there's always a chance that being turned down by someone may allow you to meet your soulmate later. Friends, how do you feel about the rude girl's behavior? And what about the other girls who decided to support Dakota? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. And that's all for today. Like the video and see you soon. Bye.